Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Good evening everyone. Welcome to another session, Reading with Keys, Part 5 with me, Teacher Hidayati binti AHMAD from SMK DERMA, Kanga Perlis. So tonight we have come to the last part of Reading with Keys with me, Teacher Hidayati. And we, throughout the series, Part 1 until Part 5, we are covering, or we have been doing exercises and practices on questions SPM 1119/1 or reading paper from part 1 until part 5. So tonight we are doing the last part, which is part 5. Ready everyone? I hope so. Now let's move on to the next slide. But before that, I would like to invite anyone who are online tonight to join my class point by scanning the QR code over there. And if you cannot scan the QR code, you can go to the URL by typing the URL classpoint.app and go and then you push the button enter and you can immediately fill in the class code, which is 46429. Okay, so the class code for tonight is 46429. So even though I'm not showing you the QR code in the middle of the session later, you can always go to the website by type classpoint.app. And then you can go to the website and you can put the class code there for tonight, 46429. Okay? All right. So, what is, let's get to know what is Paper 1, Part 5. So the testing focus for Paper 1 Part 5 is actually to understand the main points in extended texts on a wide range of familiar topics and some unfamiliar topics, and also to understand specific details and information in extended texts on a wide range of familiar topics. Another testing focus would be to guess the meaning of unfamiliar words from clues provided by other words and by context on a wide range of familiar topics and some unfamiliar topics. Next is to recognize with little or no support the attitude or opinion of the writer in extended texts on a wide range of familiar topics. And the last one, the testing focus on specific details. So if you look at the testing focus, you know that Paper 1 focuses on looking for the keywords. That's why my my session all focusing on reading with keys, because when you go through Paper 1, it's always go back to understanding and skimming and also scanning for those keywords that would help you answering Paper 1. So this is what I always tell my students: do not be scared with reading paper, because the answers is always in the questions, but you have to look very carefully and some sort of digging throughout the reading. Okay, now, what is the testing format of Paper 1, Part 5? So the task type is matching and information transfer. So the number of items or the number of questions are 8. And then it has various input types with a total word count of no more than 370 words. And the task could include completion of notes, diagrams, matching tasks, and short answer questions. So I think most of you are familiar with Part 5, but the thing is somehow some students might feel uneasy about being clueless, but it's all mind games, all right? It's not, you're not clueless, it's just that you need to learn on how to look for the keywords in the text and also in the questions. All right, moving on. So this is the sample of questions that you can see on the screen here. So you have text A, B, C, D, E, and F. All right, and then you have questions 33, 34, 35, and 36, where you have to identify which paragraphs that are represented by the statements on the left. Okay, and then followed by, after that is question number 37 and 38, followed by 39, and finally question number 40. All right, so there's only one key that I want to focus tonight, which is making inferences. So we have been going on a lot of reading strategies. So what we have learned so far from part 1 until part 4 is actually about skimming, and then you have we have go through scanning, and also we have also gone through how to look for contextual clues, and also the use of synonym and antonyms. You can go back to all part 1 until part 4 because all those reading strategies are going to be applied similarly in part 5. So tonight I will focus on one more reading strategies, or one more key, which is how to draw, or how to infer from the text. Now, what is inferences? What is drawing inferences? So drawing inferences means using clues, evidence, and prior knowledge to figure out something that is not directly stated. So in communication, we have a lot, we have a lot to say, and we also have a lot not to say. So sometimes because of these situations, we need to do some deductions in order to understand what the other person is saying. Okay, so when you draw an inference, what do you do actually? So you look at information given, okay, you look for facts, you look for details, you look for descriptions, all right? And then you connect it with what you already know based on your experience, based on your common sense. That's why having experience, okay, and also having common sense is very much important in order to tackle reading questions. And then what you do after that, you make a logical conclusion or assumption. So to put it simply, the formula is you locate the clues from the text, and then you add information from what you know, and there you have your own inference. All right, for example, let's go to the example. Ali walked into the house with wet clothes and water dripping from his hair. Okay, so what can we infer from the text above? All right.
It was raining.
Very good. Yeah, it's about raining outside of the house. We can infer that it was raining outside of the house. So what gives away? Okay, as you can see there, wet clothes and also water dripping. So how come Ali's clothes got wet? How come Ali's hair got wet? Probably because of rainwater. So the reason why is because Ali walked into the house, meaning he was outside of the house. So that is why we believe, we can infer that it was raining outside of the house. Okay, so there are two sets of information there, raining and where the raining happen or occur, outside of the house. Okay, so far so good? All right, let's move on to the next exercise. Okay, Adam, can you read this?
Sure, teacher. When Max come home, he makes sure to take Rufus for a walk before dinner. After dinner, he brushes
Yeah, Rufus's. Yes.
Rufus's fur and give him a treat.
All right. So, based on the information in the text, which sentence is more likely to be true? Rufus is Max's little brother, or Rufus is Max's dog? What do you think?
I think it's correct, teacher.
Yeah, which one? Is it on the left? Is it this one? Or
Right, the right one.
the right one. This one?
Rufus is Max's dog.
Okay. So why do you think the right side is the right sentence is more likely to be true? Okay. If you look here, all right. If you look here, you can see that when Max comes home, so meaning something is waiting for him at home. So we don't know whether it's a someone or something, right? And then he take Rufus for a walk before dinner. So we know that these actions happen before nightfall. And after dinner, he brushes Rufus' fur and gives him a treat. So the word that gives away that Rufus is actually Max's dog is because of the word walked and also the word fur. So based on that statement, we can infer that Rufus is Max's dog. It cannot be little brother, isn't it? Although you can treat your brother, but the word fur gives it away lah. Okay, let's try one more.
Teacher.
Marco went to the store to buy a new bat and glove for sports practice. He had to make sure the glove fit properly around his hand before buying it. Okay, so based on the text on the left, okay, which sentence is more likely to be true? Okay. This time,
Marco plays baseball.
oh, sorry. Okay, Marco plays baseball. Okay, why baseball, not basketball? Which word that gives it away?
Bat and gloves.
Correct, because of the word bat and glove. Because you don't use bat and glove for basketball, isn't it? So because of that information, we know that the sentence that is more likely to be true is on the left, which is Marco plays baseball. Okay, let's try one more, Adam. Okay, can you read this one?
Tony got his math test back from his teacher. When he looked at the test, he smiled at the teacher, who smiled back at him.
All right. What do you think happened there?
He probably got a good result, teacher.
The reason why is because of the smiling, right? Would you smile if you got a bad result?
Of course not, teacher.
Yes, some would probably cry, correct? So yeah, very good, Adam. It's because of the word smile, all right? So The sentence that is more likely to be true is Tony got a good grade. Okay, so what we are doing just now from exercise 1 until 4, this is what we call as drawing inferences. So how do we draw inferences? Of course, by the knowledge of and by the skills of skimming and scanning. And also you look for the clues or contextual clues and understanding it through synonym and antonym. So this is what I mean, or what I meant by incorporating all the skills, all the keys that we have learned from part 1 until part 4, and practice it or apply it in part 5. Okay. So last one. Hannah went to her friend's house. When her friend's dog ran up to her, Hannah started to back away with her hands up in the air. Her hands were shaking a little. So, which one do you think represent, or which inference that we can use
there? Hannah is scared of dogs.
Okay. The reason why is because
she backed away with her hands up in the air.
Okay, so
and the shaking.
Correct. Because he backed away with her hands up in the air. So basically Hannah is doing this, right? And while doing that, her hands are shaking. So when your hands are shaking, so most probably you are scared of the dogs. Okay. Yeah, the answer is on the right. Okay. So using that knowledge, we can now go to the real questions of part 5. So let's go through question 33 to 36 first. Okay. Question 33 to 40 will base on this text, all right? They are A, B, C, D, E, and F. So A, Rahman, 18 years old. Opportunities to volunteer are everywhere, even right in our own garden. I began with something that I really passionate and have an interest in, joining a project giving free tuition to the little children from a few families in my neighborhood. That experience taught me to be compassionate. Compassionate means you care, you become caring, and you have sympathy towards the other person. So opportunities means a chance, and neighborhood means a community. All right, B, Siu Lin, 15 years old. When I was younger, I helped out at a nearby animal shelter. At first, I didn't know many people there and wasn't very enthusiastic. Later, as I got to know the animals and staff members, I learned how to enjoy my time there. Every now and then, I go over to feed the animals and play with them. It is very beneficial, and I get new experiences doing things that I have never done before. So words that may be a bit challenging for you. Enthusiastic, meaning not very keen about it. And then you have beneficials, mean bringing advantages for you. Now C, Sangeeta, 19 years old. I do to an old folks home as a volunteer. The word to there, I did go to, it's a typo there, and spend time with the residents there. Sometimes my friends and I go there after school. Listening to the stories about their past experiences has taught us some useful life lessons. Once in a while, we bring along a guitar to entertain them. So the word resident means the people who live there. And then the word Entertain means making them feel excited or entertained. All right, can you read for me the last three texts, Adam?
Sure. Amelia, 14 years old. Last 2 years, we had a class project where we had to complete 10 hours community service. My class decided to help clean up the zoo compound. Although very tiring, I feel that doing this type of community service is rewarding and fulfilling.
Okay, that's
Benjamin,
Amelia.
18. Sorry, what, teacher?
That's Amelia. Now moving on to Benjamin.
Benjamin, 18. For as long as I can remember, I have always been involved in community service, visiting to children's homes with parents to organize parties, especially on special occasions. The joy on the children's faces never cease to warm our hearts, and that's what keeps us going back. Lisa, 16. I wanted to support the local library, therefore I set up a reading corner for children on Sundays. Setting up community projects is very meaningful. No matter how small it may be, every little step counts. I hope that one day my friend will join me.
Okay, thank you so much for that excellent reading, Adam. Okay, now let's go to the questions one by one. Okay, which paragraphs A to F describes the following experiences of community service? Mark your answers on the separate answer sheet. So for this exercise, I want you to use the slide drawing here. I hope you can see it on your phone. If you can't see it, try to rotate the screen. I mean, make it into landscape instead of portrait. If you are using computer, then that's better. Okay, let's take 1 or 2 minutes on these questions. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is look for the keywords and draw inferences. Okay, while waiting for Adam to finish, I will read the questions. 33. You have statements and paragraph on the right side. So you read the statement first and then you identify where the statements come from, which paragraphs. Okay, so 33, I did not enjoy the work initially. 34, I organized my work by myself. 35, I sympathize with the unfortunate in my area. And 36, I get input to have a better understanding of the world. Okay. So, do you need help, Adam? Do you think you can do it?
I think I can't do it, teacher. My fingers are too big.
You can actually type, you see? Can you find the...
I can type.
Yeah. I think so.
Oh, okay, I found it.
All right, very good.
Okay.
So instead of
Come on,
drawing, you
move.
can type it.
Okay, we got into text. Okay, first.
So 33, I did not enjoy the work initially. So which?
That will be, oh, shoot.
That will be...
Okay, first one is B. The next one is I organize. Next one would be F.
Okay.
Okay. I sympathize with the unfortunate in my area. That would be...
It's okay to get it wrong. We are doing practices here. Because we learn through mistakes.
Okay, I think I'm done, teacher.
Okay, can you submit? All right. Okay, I'm close the submission. And wait. Okay, I'm trying to make it bigger. Okay, let me give you stars first. All right. So I will put it in the slide. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you put B, F, E, and C, right? Okay, so that's Adam's answer. So let's go to the, B, D, A, C. Your answer is B, F, E, C. So you got 33 correct and 36 correct. Okay, let's go to the answers one by one, shall we? Okay, so for number 33, for number 33, the answer is B. If you look at the questions, like I said before, the keywords is not only in the text but also in the questions. So you have to kind of skim and scan simultaneously. So for number 33, so the word initially goes back to the word at first and later, because initially means in the beginning, right? So as you look at B, okay, when I was younger, I helped out at a nearby animal shelter. At first, I didn't know many people there and wasn't very enthusiastic. Later, as I got to know that animals and staff members, I learned how to enjoy my time there. So she enjoys the work after some times. So because initially she did not enjoy it. So that's the reason why the answer is B. Now, let's take a look at number 34. Okay, the key from questions number 34 is the word organize. All right, and actually there's another one there, which is work. All right, so the word work here, okay, goes back to statement D, which is the class project. And then the reason why organize is can be inferred from text D is because of the fact that Amelia, all right, completed 10 hours of community service by herself, all right, and by herself here means that she managed to finish the class project on her own. So from there, we can infer that number 34 suits for paragraph D. Okay, let's go to questions number 35. Okay, the key here is the word sympathize. Okay, sympathize and also my area actually. Okay, the word my area here. Okay, so these two keywords in the questions can go back to text A because of the word our own garden. Okay, meaning she managed to identify the people with unfortunate people in the place where he lives, Rahman lives. And then the other one is the word sympathize here, which go back to the word compassionate in paragraph A. Okay, the next one is 36. Okay, so for 36, all right, you have two keywords in the questions, better understanding and also world. Okay, so the word better understanding here you need to ask yourself, what? Understanding of what? Okay, so if you go through the paragraphs, you know that understanding here refers to here, useful life lessons. Okay, and also the fact that it has word taught here. So when something taught you something, it means that you have understanding. Okay, I hope that explains why the answer is B, D, A and C. So well done for having 2 answers correct, Adam. Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, now let's move on to question 37 to 40. All right. So question 37 to 40 provides you with sentence and blanks. Okay, so each sentence will contains 1 blank, and you have 4 sentences. So the 4 sentences makes up for number 37, 38, 39 and also 40. All right. Maybe you want to try this first, Adam? But you don't have to write or anything. You can just look on the text here and try to think of the most suitable words that can you take from the text. Okay, let me remind you, the answers must be taken from the text.
All right, teacher. Okay, so the first one, 37. To those who are interested in working with animals, could help out at an animal shelter, not a animal shelter or zoo. Then for the second one, for senior citizens, it is useful to think of ways to entertain them.
Okay.
Helping children is also about making them happy, celebrating birthday parties, birthdays by having. Saya dalam satu Google Meet agree. Anyway, mana tadi?
39. Number 39.
All right, 39. Helping children is also about making them happy, celebrating birthday.
By having?
I told you, parties. Try not to think too big. Do something that will make the lives of the needy more, which one?
Which one?
Tuition. More beneficial.
Okay.
More beneficial? That doesn't sound right. More.
But do we have beneficials in the text? I don't think we have. Do we have that?
Yes, we do have beneficial.
We do have, yeah. Correct. We do have that. Okay, so you put beneficial for number 40, correct?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for trying. Well done. All right. Now, before that, I would like to highlight, okay, the question first. If you see here, the questions mention about choosing no more than 1 word from the passage for each answer, and then the answer must be from the passage, and then the answers, you need to write your answers in the separate answer sheet. Okay, but what you need to be careful here is there are a lot of candidates, when they write the answer, they forgot to write it on the numbers of where the answer is supposed to be written. So SPM candidates out there, you need to pay attention when you write the answer on the paper, on the answer sheet. Make sure that you write the answers on the numbers that is according to the question. So it starts from number 37 and then followed by 38, 39 and 40. So there will be space where you will have to write your answers in the answer sheet. Because if you're not careful, you might lose marks, okay, due to having answers not in the where the answer is supposed to be according to the number of questions. I hope that should be clear to all the SPM candidates out there. There's only 4 questions where you need to write the answers right in the answer sheet. So make sure you write the answers according to the number 37, 38, 39 and also 40. Okay, now let's go to the answers, shall we? All right, so for number 37, the clue in the questions is those who are interested. Who's interested? And then the next one is working with animal. I think 37 is quite easy. You know, at this time, you know already that the answer should be from paragraph B, right? So the only issue is which word. So if you can see there, the statement starts with to those who are interested in working with animals could help out at a or zoo. So the word zoo there, okay, the word zoo here gives us some sort of information that it should be some place where the animals are being kept. So the answer is actually shelter. Okay, because of the keywords that we found in the questions and in the text, we know that zoo is a place where the animal lives or stay. Another word that you can find in passage B is actually shelter, where the animals stay. All right, now let's go to number 38. So for number 38, okay, the key word is OR, senior citizens, and also ways. So when you look at the word senior citizens, you know already that it's about the old folks, because senior citizens is the elderly, right? So where are the elderly or the old folks stay? Okay, from text A, B, C, D, E, and F, only text C mentioned about old folks. So we know that the answer must be from question text C, Sangeeta, 19 years old. So when you go to text C, right, you can look for the next keyword, which is ways here, all right? Okay, and also the word useful. Okay, so what is useful for these old folks people, okay, or these elderly, sorry, is to make them feel happy. How you can make them feel happy is by entertaining them. So we know that the answer is entertaining. But before you write entertaining, you look for the grammar here. You have to here. So after the word to, the next verb must be, or the next word must be in the base form. So the base form for word entertaining is
entertain.
Correct. Okay. Next, 39. So you have 2 keywords in the questions. The first one is children. The next one is celebrating birthday. So children here, you can find the same word, children, in text E, yeah? Benjamin, 18 years old. Okay, and then you have celebrating birthday. So you will not find birthday in text E, but you have special occasions, because birthday is special to everyone because it's the day you are being born. So you are born. So of course, birthday is considered as special occasions. Because of that, okay, we know that the answer can be taken from text E. Now, let's read the sentence again. Helping children is also about making them happy. Celebrating birthdays by having blank is one way to do this. By having what? By having parties. Correct. Of course, when you celebrate birthdays, you are going to have a parties, no matter how small the group or the crowd is. Even 2% can celebrate and have parties when it comes to birthdays. Okay, so far so good. Now, let's go to the last questions. Questions number 40. Try not to think too big. Do something that will make the lives of the needy more blank and happy. Okay. So the key word there is try not to think too big. Okay. And then you can find or you can infer, okay, try not to think too big from text F, Lisa, 16 years old. No matter how small it may be because of the word small there, right? So the answer for number 40 is meaningful. Okay, can you find the word meaningful here? So this is the answer for number 40. So we finished all 40 questions. So the journey from part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and tonight part 5 is finally finished tonight. So before I end the session, I would like to remind all of you SPM candidates out there to do skimming and scanning, and I need you to understand scanning. So what you do when you are scanning is actually it helps you locate specific information quickly, because what we did just a minute ago is scanning the statements and scanning the text. And by doing this, it will improve efficiency, reading efficiency during the examinations. The next thing is you need to focus on keywords and phrases while reading. And last but not least, practice with sample questions to enhance your skills. Okay, so you also need to identify keywords. Okay, what you do when you read the questions, you highlight important words in the questions. Don't be afraid to, scribble on your question paper. Make sure your question paper is not clean. That's how you tackle reading questions. And keywords help pinpoint relevant sections, because if you don't write, your brain will not get stimulated. So you need to write when you're answering paper 1. And then focus your reading around these words that you pinpoint. Okay, you have pinpointed before. And then look for question cues, all right? Pay attention to specific terms, and then you note phrases to indicate focus, and cues direct your search efficiently. And lastly, to have effective strategies for scanning, time management, meaning you have to practice regularly in order for you to some sort of understand, oh, these questions need how many minutes, all right? So that you will not have problems tackling the questions later on. So you practice with past papers, familiarize yourself with exam format by regularly solving past papers because it helps build confidence and improve your answering speed, because you still need to answer all 40 questions within the time frames that is allocated for you. So, good luck to all SPM candidates 2025. With that, I'll take my leave. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.